Om Sthapakaya cha dharmasya sarvadharmasvarupine Avataravarishthaya Ramakrishnaya te namaha. Namaskar to all of you. Welcome to the study of Bhagavad Gita. We shall begin our study by chanting two verses from the meditation of Bhagavad Gita. Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Grathitam Puranamunina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitamritavarshinim Bhagavatim Ashtadashadhyayinim Amba Tvam Anusandadhami Bhagavad Gita Bhavadveshinim Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsachadoramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. In the last session, we chanted and learned the 7th verse. I'm just going to chant that and give the simple meaning and continue the detailed expression of that verse. Karpanya doshopahatasva bhavaha pritchami tvam dharma sammudha chetaha Yachreyaha syat nishchitam bruhi tanme Shishyasteham shadhi mam tvam prapannam. Now, this verse, we can see that the whole subject from the field of war is formed. How is it transformed? Arjuna surrenders to Lord Krishna. So the whole thing, it was about to, the war was about to begin, and now the teaching of Bhagavad Gita begins instead of the war. What did he tell? What is that thing which Arjuna told made to change the situation? The 7th verse of the 2nd chapter, Arjuna is telling, my inborn nature has been overwhelmed by the bane of faint-heartedness, and I am confused as regards my duty, dharma. So I am asking you, Lord Krishna, tell me definitely what will prove beneficial to me. I am your disciple. Now he is accepting. He is not advising anymore. He is accepting, I am your disciple. I am confused. Teach me. How have I surrendered to you? Who has surrendered to you? I am your disciple. Teach me. These are the words of Arjuna in the 7th verse. We had gone to the explanation of this verse to some extent. I had left where Arjuna is told, Yat me shreyah syat. So please tell me what is good for me, because I am now not in a position to find out what is good and what is bad. You better decide the right course of action and do not say this may be good, that may be good, but you should tell me straight something which will enlighten me. Nishchitam shreyaha. Whatever is certainly good for me. Whatever is definitely good for me. Now, what is showing here? What is the state of mind of Arjuna? I am opening my mind. Until now there was a iron curtain which was put by Arjuna. He was not accepting anything. He was gone giving advice to Krishna. But now he is opening his mind. Aham te Shishyaha. Now this verse is crucial verse in the introductory portion. Why is it? Because from the second verse to the 6th chapter, you may ignore it. But this verse is very crucial, the 7th verse, because it is this verse alone where Arjuna, warrior or the soldier, is converted into Arjuna, the disciple. In the beginning of Bhagavad Gita discussion, we had taken up the introduction. In that introduction, we had explained that the first chapter has 2 goals. What are the 2 goals? The primary goal is to show us what are the basic human problems. So the first chapter only shows us, explains about this samsara. What is the basic human problems? What is the second goal of the first chapter? The second goal is to show that Guru Shishya Samvada. That whole of next Bhagavad Gita is conversation between, introducing the relationship between Guru and Shishya. See now, here he is telling Shishyaha, I am your Aham te Shishyaha, I am your disciple. So that's why you can see the transformation. The soldier or warrior Arjuna is converted into Arjuna, the disciple. So he is saying, Shishyaha aham. No more Lord, no more Swami. Why? What is the meaning of Swami? Swami means Lord. Until now, Arjuna was the warrior and Krishna was the charioteer. So what is the work of the driver? To follow whatever the owner of the vehicle tells. Who is the owner now? Arjuna. And who is the driver? Krishna. But see, the whole thing is changing now. What is it changing? Now, the Swami, that is Arjuna, the owner of the chariot, is surrendering and is becoming the disciple. He is no more the Lord. The real Lord, his lordship is coming out. Shishya means Shiksha Yogyaha. Now, many times we get initiated and we use the term Shishya, Guru and other things very loosely. We will not know, we will not go deeper into it. Today, we will see the meaning of this term in Sanskrit. How has it come? Shishya means Shiksha Yogyaha Shishya. What is the meaning of that in Sanskrit? Shishya Yogyaha. One who is fit receptacle for teaching is Shishya. One who is fit receptacle, who can receive the teachings of the Guru. Then what is the meaning of Guru? Gushabdasya andakaraha rushabdasya nivaranam. So, Guru is the person who removes the darkness of ignorance. That means he is giving knowledge. Guru. So, Guru is the person who removes the ignorance, darkness of ignorance and gives the knowledge, light of knowledge. Who is a Shishya or a disciple? Shiksha Yogyaha. One who is fit to receive the teachings. Fit receptacle is Shishya. And now Yogyata. What is Yogyata? Yogya means what is now determining the Yogyata? How can he become a receptacle? First, the disciple or Shishya should have an open mind without any prejudices. He should not have concluded himself what is right and wrong. For example, doctors nowadays get into deep problem. How? These patients go to the doctor. Before going to the doctor, they are having the disease. They themselves will go to the internet, open up the web pages and see some symptoms and get that all that thing. They themselves will have decided the medicine, the diagnosis and everything, then go to the doctor. The doctor now diagnoses. He wants to give the medicine. He will tell, this is your problem. No, doctor, I saw in the website. This is the medicine, this is the disease. So now, prejudiced. How can the doctor treat him now? The first thing he has to do is remove all this ignorance from his mind. Otherwise, whatever medicine, the best medicine the doctor gives is of no use, because he has already come with the conclusion. That's why a Shishya, a disciple, how does he get the Yogyata, the fitness? He should have an open mind, clean slate. He should not have any prejudices. He should not have concluded what is right and wrong. If I have already concluded that I have read the Bhagavad Gita 20 times, let me see what this lecturer is going to teach. Let me test whether this Swami who is teaching is intelligent or not, is teaching right. I want to find fault. If you come with that mind, is of no use. Therefore, if my approach is to give a test to the teacher, that means it is prejudiced mind. To find the mistake, it is prejudiced mind. So I should come with an open mind. Keep all the preconceived notions and conclusions along with the footwear outside. Before coming into the temple here, what do? You keep the footwear in the footwear stand. Chappal, shoes and everything. There itself you have to keep all your prejudices. You have to come here with a clean mind. You know, there is a very beautiful term for these patients who find out all the remedies and everything and go to the doctor, and they will start teaching the doctor. That is called one sort of phobia, disease. They term it as, in the, what do you call this, internet language, it is called idiot. It's true. You go to the internet, and now if you Google and type, what is the expansion of idiot for the people, the what is this, patients who go to the internet and try to find out the medicines themselves, it will give what is the expansion of the abbreviation idiot. You will get it. Okay, I know that, but I want you to do some homework. Go and find it out, what is the meaning of the idiot. Even now itself, somebody can go and get it for me if you have your mobile. So now, we should not have, we have kept all the preconceived notion, our egos, in the footwear stand. We have to come here, clean slate. And we should do Shravanam, hearing. Openness must be there. I should have not concluded what is already to be taught. So now, that is the yogyata, fitness. Now, have you heard an offshoot of Hinduism? The people, they live in Punjab, and they wear a pagdi on their head, beard and all that thing. Who are they called? Sikh religion, isn't it? It's not the SICK, sick of the disease or body. There was one, what is that called, journalist, Kushwant Singh. He was a Sardarji, Sikh. He was going in airplane, traveling from maybe Europe to Singapore or Singapore to Europe. By his side, there was one Spanish lady. Now, looking at this Sardarji or Kushwant Singh with the beard and the pagadi, that turban, she was a little bit afraid to talk to him. Somehow, they opened up the conversation. So since the Spanish lady knew some English, both started talking, because a long distance journey, you see. So then she asked, I am a Spanish lady, I am from Spain, and what are you? I told, I am sick. Oh, I am sorry, you should have not been sick. Then I told, no, I am not sick of body, I am sick of religion. Yes, I too hate religion, I am also sick of religion. I am very happy that I met you. Now he couldn't explain to her. So it is not Sikh, or Sikhism means, let us know how did it come from? The word Sikh comes from the Sardarji, that religion, offshoot of Hinduism. So what is the word? It comes from the word Shishya. The Sanskrit word Shishya, it becomes apabramsha to form Sikh. So you have come to know something new today. What is Sikh? Where it has come from? What is the word? So now, in Punjabi language, Sa, the Sakara, Shakara becomes Kakara. That's why Sa will be replaced with Ka. That's why Shishya has become Shikha. Shik. That's how. So Sikhism is nothing but it's an offshoot of Hinduism. So now you see, it is disciple. Sikh means I am a disciple. So here, Arjuna, aham te shishyaha, means, O Krishna, shadimam tvam prapannam. How can I show my open-mindedness to the Guru? Guru can never see my mind from outside. So, mind is invisible. Therefore, the Shishya has to physically express his open-mindedness, is to surrender. It has to be symbolical. So, how do we show friendship to others? You cannot just, if you keep quiet, they will think this fellow is not friendly. So, physically we greet them. Different cultures have different ways they shake their hand. Nowadays, because of COVID, they don't shake their hand. they will do namaskar, or they will do something what call, they will hit to the fists and something. So many new things are there. Some people even I have seen, they would touch their feet also. They would touch, that is also now, after COVID, so many new things have come. So you express your friendship through some physical features. Likewise, the disciple, if he has surrendered to the Guru, he should physically express it. Otherwise, how will the Guru come to know what is in your mind? So now, what is the way? Either you can see, he will fall at his feet, do namaskara. So many other ways he will express. So, Sharanagati. So now here, Arjuna is telling, Shadimam Tvam Prapannam. Arjuna is doing that Prapannam, I am surrendering. Krishna, I am now surrendering to you. So when I say I am your disciple and I am surrendering to you, that means I am ready for your teaching. I can go through your teachings and hear it, and I will put it into action. Now, this I have told you, here you will see the first chapter's purpose. First thing, to show what is the problem of this world, samsara, our life, and the relationship between Guru and Shishya. Now after that, after we come to know, yes, then now Krishna will start teaching. So now let us go to the next verse. What is that next verse? That is also a very special verse. That is the 8th verse. We will chant it first. Nahi prapashyami mamapanudyat yacchokamuchoshanamindriyanam avapya bhuma vasapatnamruddham rajyam suranamapi chadipatyam. Now this verse also little, you see, in English there is a saying, the last kick of the dying horse. Have you heard it? The dying horse, before it dies, it will give a last kick. So that's called last kick of the dying horse. Now still little, what you call this, friction is there in Arjuna's mind. So he is want to tell something too. So this verse also it's told by Arjuna. Krishna has not started. So we'll chant this 8th verse. Nahi prapashyami. Nahi prapashyami mamapanudyat. Prapashyami mamapanudyat. Yacchokamuchoshanamindriyanam. Yacchokamuchoshanamindriyanam. Avapya bhuma vasapatnamruddham. Avapya bhuma vasapatnamruddhyam. Rajyam suranam apichadipatyam. Rajyam suranam apichadipatyam. So these tough words. So I will go to the separation of the words so that you will easily understand that words. Nahi prapashyami. I do not see anything yet apanudyat, that can remove shokam mama, this sorrow of mine. Uchoshanam indriyanam. So this shoka or my sorrow, it's weakening all my sense organs. Uchoshanam indriyanam. Api avapya riddham. Even after getting asapatna rajyam, an unrivaled prosperous kingdom. See, what was the name of Arjuna? Another name, many times it has been referred, Dhananjaya. He has won over all the wealth and everything. Such a great warrior, he has all the wealth he had. He had so many wives, he had married, and everything he was enjoying. But no amount of money and kingdom can overcome your sorrow and griefs and problems of life. So money and wealth cannot cure your problems of life. So you have come to know. He's a Dhananjaya, he's a great person. He has won so many kingdoms, but he couldn't overcome the problems of his life. That is why he's telling, Avapya Ruddham, even after getting Asapatnam Rajyam, an unrivaled prosperous kingdom, Bhumau, so much of land upon this earth, Adhipatyam cha Suranam, and even after getting the kingship over the gods, just like Indra, Chandra, Vayu, Varuna, small letter gods, even if I get the kingship over gods too, that is not going to solve the problems of my life. So, Krishna will start with the teaching. You will see afterwards in the 11th verse, he will start with the highest teaching. Then he will slowly come down step by step. Why? He will give something very high. He will not go to smaller things. He will go to the root of the problem and then solve the problem. So he is telling, I do not see anything that can remove this sorrow of mine, which is weakening all my sense organs. Even after getting an unrivaled prosperous kingdom upon earth, even after getting the kingship over the gods. So now you can see, you can connect that to your life. What is confesses that his grief is so deep and intense that all the local solution will not work. We might have so many temporary worldly solutions, but they cannot uproot the problem of innermost grief. And therefore, Arjuna is telling to Krishna, Yaccho kamuccho shanam indriyanam. My grief is so intense and it is weakening me. It has dried up all my organs. Sidanti mamagatrani mukancha parishishyati. He said, and not only that, it is weakening my all the sense organs and the other Gnanendriya and Karmendriya, the motor organs, still it is worse. It is weakening my thinking faculty too. Such is the intensity of the grief. And can I forget this sorrow? See, what will the children do if they get any problem or pain? How will they solve that problem? They will cry, sob. After crying and sobbing, they will overcome the problem. Again, they will start laughing and they will go away to play. So can I solve my problem like that here? No. No local solutions can work out. Can I forget the sorrow like poor children when they cry so much? Can I do something to escape from the sorrow? Arjuna is telling, no, this is so deep one. There is no escape possible from this sorrow. Therefore, he is telling, Mama na apanudyat. And this grief is not going to go away. I do not see any method other than your teaching, O Lord. I do not see any method of removing this sorrow. And even if I am going to escape, it's again going to bounce back. Avapya bhuma vasapatnam ruddham. I may choose to fight this war and I may win in this war. I may kill all the enemies. I may become an emperor. I may get this kingdom. What kind of kingdom? Asapatna ruddham rajyam. I may get a rajyam, kingdom, which is unrivaled and also ruddham, prosperous. Here Arjuna is indicating money, wealth cannot remove the problems of your life. So, know for certain, enjoyment, money, wealth cannot solve your problem. If you might have heard about one person who comes in the lineage of Raghu, forefathers of Ramachandra. His name was Yayati. What happened? Why did we bring this Yayati here? Yayati was a king. He had so much of enjoyment. Now, the Shukracharya, the guru of the demons, He had a daughter. Now, this king somehow, due to so many reasons, he married this Shukracharya's daughter. Because he had so many other queens, this girl went to the father, that is the guru. See, my husband is not taking care of me. He's partial to another beautiful queen, not taking care of me. So the father got angry and cursed him. What is that? Even in your young age now, you will become an old person. He cursed him to become an old person. Now you cannot enjoy your life. You are partial in showing love to my daughter, so cursed him. Now he had so much of desire. Now he has become an old man. He cannot enjoy his life. See, first of all, he was worrying. The son, one of the son, looking at his condition, he was so much devoted to his father, he wanted to take away this sorrow from his father. So he came to know what was the reason. Then what did he do? He gave his youth. He transferred his youth to his father to enjoy. And he took his father's old age curse on himself. Now shamelessly, this Yayati took his son's youthfulness and enjoyed his life, pleasures, for the second time. Just imagine. Already you have enjoyed so much of enjoyment. Then again, shamelessly, he is taking the youth of his son and enjoying his life. Then again, after how many days can you enjoy? Even if you go to heaven, after maybe if you, due to your good punya, you might believe there for 1,000 years, but the 1,001st year, you have to come down. The enjoyment will be over. Then you will be in worry. So now, he became old again. So again sorrow. Then he makes a statement. That is a lesson to all of us. What is that statement? He tells, if you think that by giving enjoyment to your senses, if you think you can satiate them, you can cool them down, you are making the mistake in your life by thinking that you will put off the fire, but by pouring petrol into the fire or fuel into the fire. He used the word ghee or fuel. So suppose somebody wants to put off the fire of the oven, what should you do? You should put water or some curds or milk is put. Instead of that, it become more bigger, flare up. So likewise, if we people think, because he is telling out of experience, if you think by giving enjoyment to the senses, you will satiate or you will bring down the intensity of pleasure of the senses, you are the fullest of this life. It is just like pouring fuel to put off the fire. It will never weaken, it will flare up. No amount of enjoyment can solve any problem of your life. No amount of money, no amount of wealth, no amount of people can solve the problems of your life. Only spirituality can solve all the problems of your life. That is what Krishna is going to tell now. So if we are foolishly thinking that people, money, power, wealth, name and fame can solve the problems of your life, you have to learn from. We need not commit the mistake. It is not to find fault with Yayati. It is not to find fault with Arjuna. If somebody else commits the mistake, what is that lesson for me? What am I to learn from that? I should not commit the same mistake and get into problem. No time to waste. My life is too short. So let me learn from this. So here, see, whatever, even the greatest of the kingdom cannot solve my problem. Even kingship of the gods, he was the son of Indra. He had won so many, even Devatas. he could go to heaven any time. That also couldn't solve any problem of his. So, what is that? In modern days, people tell money and wealth can buy you a bed. Can money and wealth buy sleep? Money, wealth can buy you food, but it cannot satiate your hunger. Money and wealth can buy you a house, not a home. It cannot make a home. You can get bungalow, big palatial building with your money and wealth. Can it make a home? Money can buy, wealth can buy people, not relationship. So, Suranamapi Adipatyam, even if I am going to become Indra, the ruler of God, I do not think even that will solve my problem. So that means the problems of this samsara, this world for everybody, cannot be solved by worldly accomplishment. That's what we are doing. We are trying to solve all the problems by worldly accomplishments. Nothing is going to happen. So, the essence of this verse, shloka, the problems of samsara cannot be solved by worldly accomplishment, and that is indicated by another Upanishadic statement. What is telling Upanishad? Pariksha lokan karmachitan brahmano nirveda mayan. So in that verse, in that Upanishadic statement, it is telling tad vignanartam sa gurumeva vigachet samitpanihi shrotriyam brahmanishtam. Mundaka Upanishad is telling, so every human being should discover this fact, actual goal of to your guru. And this a person will discover after a lot of experience in his life. What is experience? Experience is the decent name for our past mistakes. The decent name for our past mistakes is called experience. So some may discover this in their 20th year, some may discover after the 30th year, some after 40, 50 years, some even at the time of death, they will not discover. But Hinduism is great. It will tell you, better luck next life. Better luck not next time, better luck next life. So lot of chances are given in Hinduism. Yeah, you can try next life, no problem. But one day, everyone, whether you want or not, will have to come around to this. And therefore, hey Krishna, you have to help me with these words. Arjuna surrenders. And then what happens? No speech. Kept mum. Arjuna kept mum. Nowadays, even our children, they've shortened, they don't call mummy, they will call mum. So I asked the children, what do you call your mum's elder sister? Maximum. Younger sister of mum? Minimum. So here Arjuna became mum. Now the next verse is Sanjaya Uvacha. Sanjaya is telling the 9th verse. Let us chant the 9th verse. Evamuktva hrishikesham Evamuktva hrishikesham Gudakeshaf parantapaha Gudakeshaf parantapaha Nayotsya iti govindam Nayotsya iti govindam Uktva tushnim babhuvaha Uktva tushnim babhuvaha. Sanjaya Uvacha. Sanjaya said, Eva muktva hrishikesham gudakeshaha parantapaha Nayotsya iti govindam uktva tushnim bhabhuvaha. Sanjaya uvacha, Sanjaya said, evam uktva, having spoken thus, Hrishikesham, to Lord Krishna, Gudakeshaha, Arjuna, another name of Arjuna, Parantapa, another name of Arjuna, the destroyer of enemies, Uktva Govindam, to Krishna, Nayotsya iti, I will not fight, Babhuvaha, Tushnim, ha, and became quiet. So in this verse, having spoken thus to Lord Krishna, Arjuna, the destroyer of enemies, said to Lord Krishna, I am not going to fight, and became silent. That is the meaning, simple meaning of this verse. So what is their speciality to explain in this verse? Yes, there is something. Vyasa Maharshi has not kept this verse simply. Let us see what is there in this. He just kept quiet. Telling these things, kept quiet. What do you find in this? What meaning can we go and discover in that? So, Parantapaha Gudakeshaha evam uktva. So in this manner, in so many distinct words, Arjuna surrendered to Krishna and said, I am your disciple. Connecting the channel of communication. Now, it is connected for the Gita Shastra. See, if you want to hear the radio or the TV or the FM channel, what you have to do? There is some hertz there. So you have to switch your frequency to that frequency of that FM channel or whatever channel. So then only you will get the whatever the radio station is giving. So now Arjuna is connected to Lord Krishna's teaching. Communication will start. Gita teaching to transpire. Therefore, Parantapaha Arjuna, who is the destroyer of his enemies, great warrior. So that means he is rajasic, he is ready to work. Self-effort, it is showing he will do. See, you may hear so many things from the Guru, then keep quiet, you don't do anything. It's of no use. So here, Parantapa means great warrior, that means he will do whatever Krishna tells. Then secondly, another word is used, Gudakesha. What is the meaning of Gudakesha? Gudakesha means controller of sleep. Very difficult, isn't it, to control sleep? Arjuna had controlled his sleep. How? So while he was practicing archery and other ways there as a student, he tried hard and hard and hard. Finally, he could get sleep whenever he wanted. And sleep how much ever he wanted. And he could wake up. So sleep was Isha, Lord of sleep. See, Gudakesha means is the Lord of sleep. What is the meaning? He has overcome the quality of tamas. Parantapa, he has overcome the problem of rajas. So what is these two words showing? He is sattvic. So if you are sattvic only, you can understand the teaching of Lord. So sattva should be there, pradhana. See, these two terms is giving something out of Arjuna. Gudakesha, the one who is the master of tamoguna, sleep. So Sanjaya is indirectly telling that Arjuna is a qualified person. Gudaka means sleep, and sleep represents tamas, inertia. So he is not tamasic, sleepy, slothy. Then Parantapa shows, yes, he has mastered even rajas. So sattva guna pradhana. So that means he can easily understand the teaching. He is in this. The fact is fit for Vedantic learning. Even for any learning, these qualities are required. See, our nature is we go to the extremes always, like the pendulum. One extreme in our life is we are highly rajasic. restless, our intellect wandering all over. So such a person can sit in the classroom with the book in the hand and eyes open, but his mind will be wandering everywhere. The guru or the teacher may be talking and giving so many good things, wandering, rajasic. Then that is called, mind is compared to the monkey, rajasic. Monkey will be jumping from one branch to another branch. So I heard one of the great person telling about his officials in his ranks. Our people in that office or something are branch managers. How are the managers, branch managers? They are like monkeys jumping from one branch to another branch. So I used to call them as branch managers, like monkeys. So here our mind will be jumping, rajasic, going here and there. Then what is the other extreme? Another type of mind. The extremes is, it will never go outwards. It is restless. It is not at all active. It is tamasic. The moment you come to class, you will be sitting as if he is meditating, but gone to sleep, dozing off. I used to take Bhagavad Gita class in Johannesburg. I used to go out somewhere and take. At that time, I used to see one person used to nicely hide behind one tall person and sleep, nicely sleeping, so that if in the front I will be seeing. So just to avoid that, she used to sit behind that tall person and sleep nicely. Now, how to wake her up? Okay, I hit up sick. Now Kumbhakarna has come to war, and Rama was finding it difficult. He's killing all the Vanaras, and all the monkeys or the Vanaras are dying because of huge size of Kumbhakarna. Even one step, so many Vanaras are becoming chutney under his feet because he's so huge. So now Rama had to act quickly. So he hit an arrow. One arm was cut. It fell and hundreds of monkeys died because of that big hand. So next, another arrow, he cut another hand, but he was careful this time. He didn't allow it to fall down. With another arrow, he shot it to the ocean. Like that, he cut him into pieces and put him into the ocean. Kumbhakarna died. Now the problem came. Rama was thinking, now problem is over. But the problem arose. What was that? So what was Kumbhakarna famous for? If anybody is sleeping too much, what do they call him? Kumbhakarna. Why do you sleep like Kumbhakarna? So Kumbhakarna had a boon that he wanted to sleep. So he was sleeping and sleeping and sleeping. So now, who is the goddess of sleep? Nidra Devata. So Nidra Devata came to Rama. Oh Lord, you are my Prabhu. You are my Lord also. You have created me. Now I had got an ashraya. What is that? A shelter to sleep. Kumbhakarna was there. Now you killed him. I don't have any shelter. Please show me some shelter where I can go and stay there. Then Rama told, this is Treta Yuga. I am here, Avatara, so I will not get any shelter. Then what shall I do? Next Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, I will come as Krishna. Then also you cannot. But in Kali Yuga, when Swami Swatmaramanandaji is giving the lecture, lot of audience will be there. You can go and catch any of them. So you can catch any of. Then that woman got up and opened the eyes and she would never sleep again. Whatever that might be. So tamasic. So then too, it's of no use. So these are the two extremes. Either restless like monkey or non-extrovert, not wakeful, sleeping. So this will not work. So here, by using the term Gudakesha, control of sleep, that means he was overcome tamas. Parantapa is great warrior. Rajas, he has controlled Rajas. So he is sattvic, ready to receive. So see, every shloka sends some message to us. We should not be tamasic or rajasic. We should develop sattva. for understanding this Bhagavad Gita. See, otherwise there is nothing special in this verse. But every word is having such wonderful meaning, you see. You can enjoy it. And one more word is there, Hrishikesham. Hrishikesha means Lord Krishna, who is the Lord of organs, sense organ. Hrishika Isha. Now, you will go to Himalaya all the time, Haridwar and Hrishikesha, but you do not know the meaning. So, Lord Krishna's another name is Hrishikesha, meaning Lords of the senses. Hrishika Isha. So, that is Krishna's name. Lord Krishna, who is Lord of the sense organs. That's why his name is Hrishikesham. That means one who knows the mental condition of Arjuna. Sense organ, mind is also one of the organs. Therefore, he knows how to tackle Arjuna, Hrishikesha. So every word is replete with meaning. Choice of word. So you can enjoy Bhagavad Gita, you see. Yotsya iti govindam, na yotsya iti govindam uktva. Therefore, he said, I am not going to fight. To whom again another word is used other than Hrishikesha, to Lord Krishna, that is Govindam. Because I am not very sure whether fighting is right or wrong. At the same time, I am not going to run away from this battle also. I am not sure whether running away is right or wrong, or fighting and killing them is right or wrong. Therefore, I am not going to do either of them. I want to wait and hear from you, and thereafterwards I will decide properly. And Krishna is going to teach now 17 chapters. And that too, how much? From here, the 11th verse to the 66th verse of the 18th chapter. After 66, 67, 68, it is all conclusive verses. So it is teachings of Krishna from the 11th verse of 2nd chapter to the 18th chapter, 66th verse. It is beautiful teaching of Gita. Now, because of this, it starts. Now, another thing, what is that? In the last chapter, 18th chapter, 72nd verse, Krishna, he is telling Arjuna, after all giving whole of Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna, did you listen? Is your confusion gone? Now what is he telling? I am totally confused. I do not know what to do. But after whole of Gita, he will not tell you have to do as I have told. No, he is giving freedom. See, that is the speciality of a teacher. He will never make you dependent upon you. He will make you responsible. That is the speciality of a teacher. We should never make anybody dependent upon us. That is the speciality. You should make them stand on their own feet. Yes, in the beginning, you do the spoon feeding. Whether it is your children, or it is your students, or anybody, you should never make them dependent upon you. When they are too small, when they are too weak, help them. Spoon feeding is necessary. Yes, empty stomach, Ramakrishna tells, don't give Vedanta to empty stomach. At that time, give them food, give them help. So, what is the speciality of the saying? The Japanese saying or the Chinese saying is, always do not give the fish, but teach them how to fish. Make them reliant, self-reliant. So, here you see, after whole of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is asking Arjuna in the 72nd verse, at the end of the 18th chapter, he asks Arjuna, Arjuna, did you listen all what I told? Is your confusion gone? I do not want to make decision for you. You must be able to decide. Because I want to make you independent. That is the real nature of a good teacher. Otherwise, majority of the people, what we do, if we get the chance, we will make them dependent upon us. All want to make everybody depend. No. That is not the nature of a good teacher. A good teacher always make his disciple or his student independent. And what did Arjuna tell after Krishna's question? nashto mohaha smritirlabdaha. In the 73rd verse, Krishna is telling, hey Krishna, all my confusion is gone. I know now what to do. But now, in the 8th verse, what is Arjuna telling? I'm totally confused. I cannot decide. Krishna, please remove my confusion. So, Nayotsya iti Govindam uktva. So, Govinda is another name of Lord Krishna. Again, it is another significant word. Literal meaning, you can take Govinda as Go means cow. Vinda means who knows, he was an expert in dealing with all the cows. But what is the deeper meaning? Gam Vindati. There are two meanings. Gam Vindati means who is knower of everything. He knows everything of this universe. Gam Vindati Govindaha. Then what is the other meaning? One who protects this universe or the world is Govindaha. There is also another meaning. Now, there is also one more meaning. There is another philosophical meaning. Here, Go means Upanishadic scriptures, and Vindaha means one who can be grasped through the Upanishads alone. That is the meaning of Govinda. So you have come to know three meaning of Govinda. And such a Lord he surrendered to, and Uktva Babhuva Tushnim. He became silent. And at last, Sanjaya, he gives a expressive word, Ha. When will you tell Ha? So last word of this verse is by Sanjaya is Ha. Means looking back at the turn of events, just a few minutes back, all the noises were raised, the conches were blown, the kettle drums were beaten. So there was so much of noise that the war is going to begin. Now all has become quiet. Everything became quite mum. Now it has become quiet from battleground, noisy battleground to philosophical ground. Philosophy is going to be given. What a change. To indicate this change, Sanjaya uses the word Ha. Wonderful indeed. Then what happened? The next verse is Tamuvacha Hrishikesham Prahasanniva Bharata. So hearing this, Lord Krishna, Prahasanniva, he gave a beautiful smile on the face of Krishna. Beautiful smile. I'll explain that, taking the help of about that beautiful smile on the face of Krishna. I will explain that Krishna's feature with the help of Swami Vivekananda's statement next class. Please remind me of that. But let us go to the simple meaning of this verse, that is the 10th verse. Because from 11th verse, the Bhagavad Gita starts, real Bhagavad Gita. So we are eager to enter into the real Bhagavad Gita, the teachings of Krishna, beautiful teachings of Krishna. So we will try to complete this, though the time is over. We will chant this verse, the 10th verse. Prahasanniva Bharata, Prahasanniva Bharata, Senayorubhayor madhye, Senayorubhayor madhye, Vishidantamidam vachaha, Vishidantamidam vachaha. Tamuvacha Hrishikeshaha Prahasanniva Bharata, Senayorubhayor madhye, Vishidantam idam vachaha. This is the 10th verse. Prahasanniva, smiling as it were. Hrishikeshaha, you know the meaning, Lord Krishna. Uvacha, spoke. Idam vachaha, these words. Tam, to that Vishidantam, was grieving. Madhye ubayoho senayoho, in between the two armies. Bharata, O Dhritarashtra, Sanjaya is telling, when Arjuna was grieving in this way, Hrishikesha, Lord Krishna, as if he was smiling, Prahasanniva, smiling as it were, Lord Krishna spoke these words to that Arjuna who was grieving in between the two armies, O Dhritarashtra, now Sanjay is explaining everything. See, he can see even the smile on the face of Krishna sitting there in the palace. He can see everything. And he is telling, even a beautiful smile of Krishna is telling there on the battlefield. Sanjaya continues, Hey Bharata, Dhritarashtra, because he was in that race of Bharata, Bharata Vamshodbhava, Hrishikesham Tam Uvacha. Lord Krishna accepted the offer. What offer? Yes, I will become your guru, I will take you as the disciple. Then Lord Krishna taught Arjuna, and what did he teach? Idam Vachaha. Idam Vachaha means idam, this words, with these words. So now these words are Gita, Bhagavad Gita. Idam Vachaha means Gita starts now. 11th verse, next verse, Gita starts. So it continues up to 18th chapter, 66th verse. After the 66th verse, again it is all concluding verses. So up to 66th verse of the 18th chapter, Idam Vachaha. These are the teachings of Krishna. So many things, new things you have learnt. Gita Shastra here is referred to as Idam Vachaha. Lord Krishna taught Arjuna. Where did he teach? Senayoho Ubayoho Madhye, between the two armies. So now we have completed this. So what is the next, this thing? Shri Bhagavan Vacha. What is the verse he is going to teach? Ashochya Nanvashochatvam, Krishna is telling. Pragnavadamscha bhashase gatasun agatasunscha nanushocanti panditaha. This is the teaching now which starts, beautiful teaching of Krishna. Shri Bhagavan Vacha Ashochya Nanvashochatvam. The Lord is telling you, Anvashochaha are grieving, Ashochyan, for those who should not be grieved, cha. At the same time, Bhashase Pragnavadamscha. And you are speaking the words of as if you are a great wise man, Panditaha. Na Anushocanti, do not grieve. Gatasun, for the dead. Agatasunscha, for the living. So, see, this is a great lesson. Do not grieve. We worry. So Krishna, the first message is for all of us, do not grieve, either for the dead or for the living. Never mind, you should never worry at all for anything. It's a waste of your energy. See, the very first teaching, do not worry. No worrying. Do not worry. Yes, you be concerned. Don't be worried. So, see, the Lord said, you are grieving for those who should not be grieved for. At the same time, you are speaking the words of a great wise man, man of wisdom. Wise man, so, but you are acting as if you are a wise man, man of wisdom. Wise men do not grieve for the dead and even for the living. Wise men will never grieve for the dead or for the living. This verse is a very important verse because Lord Krishna condenses the entire Gita. So what is Bhagavad Gita? If somebody asks, we can say this verse contains the essence. What is that? If you put it in English, the essence is ignorance is the cause of all human problems. What is the cause of all our problems? Ignorance is the cause of our all problems. And by ignorance, what Lord Krishna here means? Self-ignorance. Ignorance about yourself, your true nature. You do not know who you are. You think you are this body. You think you are the mind or your character. And you are grieving. Ignorance of your real self is the cause of all problem. See, going to the root. So see, that's why there is only one method. No choice for you. If ignorance is the problem, then what is the solution? Knowledge. Knowledge of what? Your true nature. God. Knowledge of the truth. Only one solution. The problem is ignorance. Then if darkness is the problem, what is the only solution? Bring in light. If you bring in light, darkness goes away. If you bring in knowledge, ignorance goes away, all your problem goes away. See, this is the first teaching. What is that? Ignorance is the cause of all your problems. What a wonderful, see, the very first word of Krishna is so beautiful. So don't think that you are a wise man and act like a wise man. In reality, you are not a wise man. Pragnavadamscha bhashase. Gatasu nagatasu shananu shoshanti pandita. The wise man will never grieve for the dead or for the living. You are behaving as if you are a great wise man, man of wisdom. But in reality, they don't grieve. So first lesson for us is, do not worry. Do not grieve. It's a waste of time. By grieving, by worrying, if it is going to solve your problems, please go on worrying. Don't stop it at all. It will never solve any problem by worrying. Then what will you do? See, in Sanskrit, the word for worry is chinta. Chimta. If you remove that dot from that, one small dot from chinta, it becomes chita. You know what is the meaning of chita? Burning fire. When the dead body is put into that fire, that burning of the body, it's called chita. Chinta, the difference between chita and chinta is only one dot, one shunya. But the chita burns the dead body, chinta burns the living body. Worrying burns you even when you are alive. That is better. At least the chitta burns the dead body in the cremation ground. But chinta will burn even while you are living. So Krishna, first teaching is, for any reason you should never worry. Do not worry. Concern, you can be concerned. But do not worry. See, beautiful teaching. First, opening itself is such a beautiful thing. Do not worry for it. Whenever you get the worry, remember Krishna telling that. Anushochanti, nanushochanti. Never worry, you should never worry. Do not worry. Krishna's first teaching. Do not worry anything. Find out a solution. Come out of that problem through knowledge. Never worry. So many beautiful things. See, we will go to the detail of it, but just I wanted to introduce you to the teaching. That's why somehow, even though the time is crossed the limit, I just extended it so that you will enjoy the teaching. And you know, what is Krishna telling? Do not worry. Remember, it should go etched in your heart. Whenever you get worry mode, Krishna is told, do not worry, do not worry. Then another thing, what is the cause of all the problems in our life? Ignorance. Ignorance of what? Your true nature. You are Atman, you are Parabrahma Swarupa, you are the children of immortality, you cannot die. There is no death, it is only for the body. So many beautiful things will come. Okay. And what is the only solution? Knowledge. Knowledge about what? Your true self. So, we will conclude with the meditation verse on Bhagavad Gita. Mukam karoti vachalam, mukam karoti vachalam, Bhangum langhayate girim, Bhangum langhayate girim, Yat kripatamaham vande, Yat kripatamaham vande, Paramanandamadhavam, Paramanandamadhavam. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Tat Sat. Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu. What a wonderful teaching. How we, by our ignorance of Bhagavad Gita, we suffer and suffer. See, just one shloka can bring so much of joy to our hearts. Then if you go through everything, Turiyanandaji, one of the direct disciples, used to take up every verse of Bhagavad Gita and meditate on that hours together, days together, and get the essence of it.